The following is for entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors. We are not responsible for any losses, only the profits.
What's happening, Octo family? We got some more Bill Ackman, the Spackman news. If you see my eyes wandering, I'm looking at other screens because I'm still trading right now. PSTH, Bill Spackman. All right, what do we got? We got some information from some insiders. I believe their personal information here, but someone who works for Stripe is having a conversation with some others and letting them know about something interesting that's going on at Stripe. So, some interesting news. My private Stripe shares are worth roughly $20. What else is worth $20? PSTH? Yep. This revolution happened recently. PSTH might pop Thursday within the last 2 weeks for sure. A person proved that they definitely do work for Stripe. They definitely do work for Stripe. Other people have commented and said, confirmed Stripe employee claims her private shares were recently re-evaluated to $20-ish per share, end of September. If y'all have ever calculated out what the PSTH shares are actually worth, that are around $21.30-ish, somewhere around there. I think it's close to 20. Darn close. So why does the comparison of the two share prices matter? YOLO Capital said the recent reevaluation in the dashboard is what's interesting to me. Got even more news information here. However, they do have jobs posted with SOX experience required. Okay, so PSTH, they're posting jobs and they've been hiring. We've been talking about this, right? Because remember, Bill Ackman said, what is it, like 2 months ago now? He was saying that he talked to Stripe, but they weren't ready at the time to go public. And a lot of people dismissed that, and they're like, okay, that means that he's obviously not going to take them public. No, that just means they weren't ready that second. And then right after about that time, too, we started seeing Stripe hiring for a lot of people. SOX experience. Here's proof right here. Get the links for you. Demonstrating knowledge of SOX requirements and the ability to assist with documentation of information technology, general controls, and business application controls to support operation as well as SOX compliance audits. Good thing is I've got a good friend, Mr. Ray Charles, that is in this business. And he said SOX experience is only for public companies. That is the only sign you need. There's very few positions that are only in public companies. SOX compliance is one of them. Does this mean they're going via SPAC? No. But this means that they're gearing up to get on the market. SOX is the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, which was made after the whole Enron fiasco. Y'all know the story about Enron? There's a specific section, Section 404, that is big on internal controls on financial reporting. Real good summary of SOX and a few key sections that he was mentioned there. Here's links if y'all want to come take a look and read about SOX. Several people have told me, and I'm hearing the same thing, that the company was revalued. It seems like the company was revalued, not the shares. So he's saying that the shares weren't technically revalued, but the company was. But as y'all might know, with SPACs, they can like restructure them and do it a million different ways. And Bill Spackman is known for doing stuff a little bit different, so totally still fit in there if you ask me. How about this? TD Asset Management. They're the biggest buyers recently. They bought 464,000 shares of PSTH. Visa and Stripe power instant payouts for service providers in online marketplaces. TD. So TD is using Stripe through and by Visa to exchange money. So TD is using Stripe. Instead of waiting days for payment drivers, delivery people, caregivers, and others, we are now able to receive real-time payments for services. So what we have here is just another connection that's showing Stripe instant payments is done through Visa and Stripe. But the people who use it, how about TD Bank, TD investment banks, huh? You see how the connections like Wells Fargo and TD, they're investing in this thing and they have big connections. How about the 30 people that I just found who are now working, who used to work for Wells or TD and now work for Stripe? How about this dude? He worked for Wells Fargo Securities for 11 years, 11 months, Vice President Corporate Foreign Exchange and Risk Management. And now he's an Enterprise Account Management at Stripe. Senior Analyst of Sales and Trading. Think he knows about SOX stuff in the stock market? I think he does. How about this chick, Misha? She's still working at Wells Fargo, and she's also full-time working at Stripe. Credit underwriting analysis, credit analysis. Like I said, I found 30. I'm not going to go through all 30 of the connections, but I put 3 up here if you want to come read them, or just click on one of those links. I'll take you to the other 30, other 27. Personally, my biggest indicator is how the founder acted when he was asked about SPACs and how he didn't talk down on them nor show feature benefit of a standard IPO. So in the latest interview that a news station did with the founder of Stripe, she blatantly asked him about going to stock market via IPO or SPAC. Most of the time, in fact, every time I've seen it historically, unless someone can point me in another direction, when someone brings that up, and if they are going IPO, they talk down on SPACs. If they're going in SPAC, they either just don't say anything or they'll talk up SPACs. He got real nervous, totally sideswiped the question, and just started talking about other stuff. And then at the end, he basically said, we're looking at things, but I can't really say-ish. I don't remember the exact quote. It's on one of my videos, but he never talked down SPACs, though, but he never talked up IPO either. He just said we are working towards looking at those options or something along those matters. So, just seeing how squirmy he got when she brought up SPACs, he was like, it's pretty awkward. Has anyone found another SPAC where Wells and or TD have bought pre-LOI? I haven't. No, I still haven't. If anyone knows of it, please let us know. I still think this is a massive deal. Why is Wells Fargo and now TD also investing in a SPAC without an LOI? And then they got connections, all that Stripe stuff. Man, I don't know. What do y'all think? As far as where we're looking at for the ticker, man, oh man, it looks like a big old cup and handle if you ask me. Drew this in, I don't know, yesterday or something. It's coming down. It's rejected off this line here, which is $23, let's call it. 1, 2, 3, 4 times on the 1 hour chart. That's a pretty strong confirmation that it wants to stay above that line. So what do I suggest? I suggest watching this thing close because chances are it's probably not going to break this line. If it does, just let it bleed and then we buy more. But watch it. I think this thing is getting ready to pop again, go up a little bit. Could it definitely still fake everyone out and bleed out? Yeah. But you know how to be safe. If you want, you can put in a buy way above it, or you can put in a buy below it and hope it gets filled, whatever you want to do. But just watch this line right here at, let's call it $23. So I got proof also that everyone's getting ready for this thing to win. Revlon, the shares have been spiking as much as 84%, the most on record today. I know you're all out there getting that guy line already. We getting this.
Did you know that we give away free silver? Simply leave a comment on the video, and as long as you're in the continental United States, you can be automatically entered to win. Please friend us on Twitter and StockTwits.